me. We wanted to hear actually.
Sorry. It was on mute.
Okay,
Am I audible now?
Okay, this is a very
Yes.
this is a very practical oriented program.
Yeah.
We do not want to give too much lecture. We'd like to guide you how to convert an opportunity into resources. So in that sense, we would like to know from you what is your expectation from this class and what you are planning to achieve at the end of the program. So if you can just explain briefly.
Okay. Shall I
Please,
go on?
you can start.
Yes. First of all, I would like to clarify that I'm not a student. I have been an employee. I mean, I've been with the IT industry for last 20 years.
Good.
Yes, and now I've decided to separate. I've decided to separate from the IT industry and corporate world, and I just I'm making a shift. For me, it's a transition, and I just want to pursue my career in entrepreneurship. I want to do something of my own. I don't want to be as an employee throughout my career. Almost 23 years I've put in as an employee. So I want to realign myself in a way so that I want to chase my passion and my dream.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you. That's wonderful. At least we have some good idea about you, from you, that what you are planning to do or achieve. So let's go back to others. Can I ask whom I can ask? Shirazul Islam or Mahmoud Rafi, can you just explain what is your plan and what you are expecting from us?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I now have no plan because I am working in construction company as a storekeeper. Then when I come back in my country, I thinking I have a plan is a small business. So how can I open this business? So I learn. You teach me something. I learn something. So how can make a small business? That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Rafi. Thank you. Can I ask, let's see whom I can ask. Who will be the
Hello.
next? Yes?
I'm Mahmoud Rafi from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And I am a student and in engineering background. And just a few months ago, I have completed my engineering life. And now I am employing battery related storage business, where we supply the battery like IPS and UPS car batteries. But I want to be an entrepreneurship, and just a few months ago I started a business in Facebook marketing, like food item. In Bangladesh is a very growing up country like now, and online business in e-commerce site already here is very Facebook page already have done all their business in Facebook by Facebook. So I want to learn here from you guys from just how can I serve people and food backgrounded business, and I already studied and now
Good. So you would like to grow it, you would like to expand it, you would like to catch the market, wider market. So how you can do this step by step. That's good. Very good. Wonderful. Let's see if I can ask now who is there. Who can be the next one? Can you explain? Mrs. Gregory, can I ask you if you can just let us know what is your expectation from us and why you have joined this program? Okay, maybe there's a problem. Okay, no problem at all. That's fine. Who else? Who is there? Okay,
Rahan, I am.
Rahan. Okay.
Should I say something?
Okay, Ismail Rahan, please. Yes, carry on.
Okay, thank you. I am from Bangladesh, and also I am a civil engineer. Especially, I am an environmental engineer.
Right.
And I worked for UN for 2018 2008 to 2012 in UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, as an environmental specialist, and then as a local advisor also. But after that, I have started my own company. Actually, not my personal. We are in partnership business, and it's a limited company. And I have other four colleagues also with me, as a director, and it is an agro-based industry.
Okay.
We called it OA Agro Industry Limited, and especially we manufacture feed for livestock and cattle, poultry, and also fishes. And so we manufacture feed, and it's a heavy industry. It's not a small industry also.
Right.
It's a heavy industry. So from 2013, we have started this, and last 7 years, a couple of years, I made lots of struggle also there. Now, last 2 or 3 years, we are in good shape and quite good growth now also.
Good, yes.
And we actually made our business making some tool manufacturing. Tool manufacturing, that is, as we don't have industry, we rented other industry who from home we could make our feed in our own recipes and market it through the country,
right,
whole the country. So but very recent we have established our own industry also in Bangladesh. So I think within next week we are going to operate in our own premises also.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Very good. Good steps.
Thank you, sir. So I am here to actually I am here. We are facing. I especially face some critical things in a partnership business.
Right.
In a partnership business. So my expectation to you and Mr. Mark or others trainer also, that if you can focus something on how to make or how to grow a partnership business, because as we are partners and we are not a family member also, they are different families. So 5 people are from 5 different family. So everyone's wishes and everyone's thinking and everyone's values are different also here. So when we join together and we want to grow by ourselves, we face some challenges also. Many times we cannot keep in a same goal. Different partner, they think different way. Everyone is positive for the company, but way of thinking are different. Yeah. So how we can adjust and how we can come to the same point and how we can go for the future and to like this. This is one of my finding and asking to you.
Thank you, sir. I think it's a very good point and very valid point. Let's see. Is there anyone else who would like to actually make some points? Your expectation? Maybe there is a problem with the audio system. If not, I'll just move on. What you'll do, let us first introduce me. I have already introduced Mark T. Jones. My name is Dr. Datta. And at the moment, we are actually managing an international research organization called Center for Business and Economic Research. That is actually only for the academics and doctoral students worldwide. And we have been doing this. Mark T. Jones also active member of this, active contributor of this. That is purely, contributing towards the academia plus the research and development throughout the world. And part of our activities in USA and our contribution to Afro-Caribbean research communities. We have been recognized by US state government, House of Congress. Last year, a special proclamation was given to us. We also been appreciated and recognized and received a special achievement certificate from New York State Assembly. And we have been doing this for, over the worldwide, over 70 countries, our research, that outcomes, and we managed to unite the academics, professor, researcher, and corporate researcher around the world. That is our task. And part of our corporate activities, we have several projects as part of the CSR, corporate social responsibilities. Mark T. Jones actively contributed, and his team contributed in Southeast Africa, West Africa, and many parts of that Asian countries. Part of our corporate social responsibilities, training the leaders, ministers, secretaries, political leaders, and also the leaders of the primary, secondary, and college, the principal, headmasters, and so on. And this is the initiative we have taken quite a long time back to train, to support or mentor the people who are unemployed, the people who are employed, the people who aspire to start a business, or people who are already in a business, but they would like to grow, they would like to expand, and they would like to capitalize huge market opportunities worldwide. Or maybe someone who is not in a business, even don't want to do a business, but managing a family or doing charity activities, how they can be more effective and can contribute to the wider social well-being. This is our intention to help and support, mentor, and navigate to various individuals. And this is after a break, we have started this again, and that will continue for the next couple of years, hopefully. And our task is that to not only to tell them how they can, that convert their a specific opportunity into resources, how they convert their specific SMART goals into resources, how they can actually, convert their dream into resources and can be most successful, not only for themselves, also can contribute or giving back something to the society by creating employment and, the helping to some extent contributing to the national GDP, and also for themselves and for others to become happier. So this is our main intentions, and we thought that let us give this. This is completely a free program, and you don't have to do anything. Only you have to attend 6 weeks, 2 hours every week. We are here. Even our next cohort, which will start after the 6 weeks, will be inviting the world-renowned entrepreneur, the trainer who will be coming as a guest, that navigator or facilitator to give their experience or share their experience with us or with you. So that is the intention. So what we'll do, like today is the first day, I would like to set up that, the tone of the program, why it is entrepreneurship, why we need business, why it is important that we are living in a problem. Sometimes if you do not have problem, that can be the greatest problem you can have. So you always invite problem, like COVID, Mark T. Jones clearly mentioned, because if it was not the COVID, we may not offer this program at the moment, because normal time, when that is a time is very stable, we do offer this type of programs, but we thought that the people are now, in many parts of the world is in lockdown. So let's say whether we can actually give some support to the people. So problems are good, but question is that, are we able to spot the special opportunities out of the chaos, out of the problems, out of the hegemony? That is the most important, the point we have to ask ourselves. So let us, if you give me a few seconds, just bring back my slides, and I'll have to go through the slides, few points to share with you. Then I'll have around 15 minutes slot with you to just ask different types of questions, and we'll set what we'll be doing next week, because next week we would like to do something different, because some of you said that you would like to enter into entrepreneurship or into business. Someone You would like to, that expand your business, and you are facing some challenges. Why there are challenges, there are plenty of opportunities, but how we can spot those opportunities and how we can actually navigate those opportunities for the betterment of the corporations, for the betterment of the corporate success. So we look at those step-by-step points. Or maybe someone you don't have at the moment any plan, but you are planning for the future, that. So we'll see that how you can make plan. Let's get back to my slides, if I can share with you. Okay, I'll be sharing now. Let's see where I lost it. Okay, so I got it here now. Let's work out whether I can share it now. Okay. Can you see that now, all of you? Is it clear?
Yes.
It's very interesting. I would say that entrepreneurship. This is not, that the buzzword at the moment, but I feel that, this become as one of the greatest phenomenon for the whole world, that small businesses are contributing. That the 97% businesses are small, micro businesses around the world. And if you look at the Europe, even in India, the small businesses are contributing hugely towards the national GDP. And you can be more stress-free if you identify your own potential. Because I felt that many of us, that over 7 billion people around the world, a lot of us, we don't understand how much potential we have, what a great strength we have. Once you look at your inner side, if you can identify your strengths, your potential, you'll see that you are the right person to contribute. Not only for you, for the family, for the society, and for the nation. So we look at this, how this concept of entrepreneurship, I hope that you have understanding. Anyone actively participating, any business enterprises, that is the notion of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means someone has the special qualities. Now, there's a differences between doing business or become a businessman or businesswoman or becoming an entrepreneur, because you can become a businessman or businesswoman because you have inherited something from your family. Or maybe you have lots of money, you have started your business. For entrepreneurship, maybe, that we always say that in order to do something good for the society or for you, you have to have two most important things. One is that, even yesterday I was talking to someone that, well, what's the point to having a dream if you don't have money? So what is the biggest problem we have? That we don't have enough money. That is understandable. The resources are very limited and we don't have money. And what is the biggest problems? That sometimes we don't have mindset. That to do something good, you need a good mindset. You need also money. But great opportunity is that even you don't have a money, but if you have a positive mindset, you can do something. But if you don't have positive mindset, having plenty of money, you can't do something. So that is the problem. So we'd like to see that you have something positive, a good mindset, an individual mindset that will turn you into something different, something positive. I'd like to start this, outset of this slot, recalling Leo Tolstoy, because I always, like him. I always like to recall him. Are you familiar with Lev Tolstoy or Leo Tolstoy, one of the greatest philosophers in this century or last century? The Lev Tolstoy, are you familiar?
Yeah.
Why I recalled him at the moment, because that Mahatma Gandhi was heavily influenced by Leo Tolstoy. Nelson Mandela was heavily influenced by Leo Tolstoy and many other great leaders. They are really motivated, inspired, and influenced by him. Now, he used to write a lot of short stories along with his the novel. One of his short story was the 3 questions. I don't know whether you read this 3 questions. Now he wrote these 3 questions as a metaphor for the human beings how to become most happiest individual. And I can ask you, if you put your hand on your chest and ask yourself whether you are really happy, this is very subjective matter, that is very relative. It's depending on the individual. I don't know whether anybody can say they are the happiest in the world. Maybe a lot of people, yes, they can. So he actually tried to actually give the lesson how to become most happier or happiest individual. So he actually asked, I'll not go through the story, but what are the 3 questions he actually asked to the king actually asked his ministers and the leaders and the scientists, and then obviously the publics. The first question was, who is the best person in the world? So who is the best person in the world? Second question was, when is the best time to you? When is the best time to you? And third question was, which job is the best job for you? Now I can ask you this question to you. I'm sure that you will have the different types of answer. I will not go through because of our timing. So if you ask me at the moment that who is the best person to me, my answer will be, you are the best person to me, because I can see there are 8-9 people join this program, and I cannot have that better than you who joined this program, because I can spend my time very nicely with you, talk to you. I didn't know even few hours back, even 2 hours back, who you are, but you are here now. You trusted us, isn't it? So I can actually make my moment the most happiest time, and I can celebrate this time if I can see that you are my trusted individual, and if I think that you are the best person to share something with you. And which job is the best job? The job at the moment, what I'm doing, I'm actually sharing something with you. So means I can actually concentrate, I can actually focus what I'm doing now. And when is the best time? I feel that now is the best time. So means you can see if I look at the concept of now, that what I'm doing now is the best, whom I'm actually meeting now are the best person, what job I'm doing now is the best job. So if you think that way, you can have the optimal experience, that whatever you are doing in your life. So let's see, I'll start with this. So what my advice is that, please, whatever you do, feel that moment that you have optimal experience. Optimal experience having means you are having the best moment, that moment that you forget everything other than that job you are doing. You can become more focused. So what we are planning to do, 3 specific learning outcomes over the next 6 weeks. Today I'm going to touch something, what is needed. Mark already said that one of the best skill, one of the best attitude, one of the best behavior asset you should have, that is having a dream, the smart dream. Not only dream, but you don't do something. You must have a dream, and you must do everything to fulfill that dream. So we'll look at what are the specific skills you need, what types of attitude you must have, and what specific knowledge you need to have, and the behavior to be successful, whatever you are doing, whether you are in business, whether you would like to enter into business, whether you are seeking for an employment and you would like to get an employment, whether you would like to be successful as a student, or maybe housewife, or maybe something else, what you are doing. So let us see what are the skill set we have to have. Second, we are going to look at, which we are going to look at tomorrow, not tomorrow means next week, that anything you do in your life, that whether it is a new project, whether you are implementing a new project, or whether it is an old project, but you are revamping that old project, any types of things, you have to have a smart plan. And how we can that have this plan adequately, so that we will not have any types of the big issues or problems. Like the gentleman who said that they got a partnership business, and they're facing a lot of challenges. Partnership business, you have the different types of people with the different mindset, different behavior, and different attitude. Which does indicate one point is that while there are a lot of drawbacks, but there are a lot of synergies because you are actually pooling so many things together. So we'll look at this, how we can develop that personal development plan. And we'll look at some of the basic concepts which you need to develop an entrepreneurial mindset to enter, to do something. So these will be 3 specific learning outcomes we'll be looking for the next 6 weeks. The content you already know, and today we are focusing entrepreneurial skill, attitude, few things you're going to look at. And I'll be sending this PowerPoint presentation to you once we finish the class. You'll get it by tomorrow. We'll look at personal development plan. Anything you do from now on, it doesn't matter whether you are doing something at home, whether at school, doing a project, doing a dissertation, PhD thesis, or you're doing IT project, or you're doing partnership business. Anything you do in your life, we need a plan. The plan that is flexible, the plan that is smart, and then you'll find out that your life is really straightforward. You just move on without any chaotic situations or any types of the huge drawbacks. We look at the innovation and creativity. I feel that everyone in this world is innovative and creative, but sometimes they don't understand that they have that huge innovation potential, or they are really creative. So how we can spot that you are innovative individual, and how you can become more innovative and more creative, so that you can sustain not only for yourself, but you can actually create sustainability and create opportunities for others too. We look at as an entrepreneur how we can spot the opportunity, and how opportunity can be recognized by you, and how that opportunity you can transfer or convert into the huge resource so that you can steadily contribute to the wider societal benefits. We look at effective communication. Mark T. John is one of the key player to navigate, to train that many thousands of people how to communicate effectively. And that program he did also for the that aspiring students who like to get into multinational job, how to sit with the toughest interview. I think that communication is one of the most important, whether you are communicating digitally, whether you are communicating non-digitally. So you look at that issue also, why it is very important for an entrepreneur or a successful individual. We look also entrepreneurial marketing, and someone also said that how the Facebook, who actually started the project can be marketed. I'm actually, my profession is as a marketer. I'm a chartered marketer, so I can actually give you some or shed some lights how to market, for the that effective performance for the organization or for your own project. So these are the few things we'll be discussing for the next few days. Who can attend? Anyone can attend. So what we are saying that there is no prerequisite to attend this program. Anybody has any types of plan. That student has the plan to become most successful, excellent student with the greatest performance. Graduates would like to get into an employment, or the existing employee would like to promote by themselves, aspiring manager to become, to fulfill their self-actualization needs, or someone within the business would like to expand, or someone would like to enter into the business, or anyone who has a smart dream. So anybody can actually attend this program. Benefits, you have this one. So when you say the word entrepreneurship, look at this, the process in which an entrepreneur starts and operates business is entrepreneurship. So it means we need to know the step-by-step processes. Anything you do in your life, whether you are cooking something, even you are cooking something, fish curries or chicken curries or anything, you follow a formula. Without formula, it's becoming a bit hegemonic. That sometimes it is possible that without applying any framework, you can do something, but question is that risk is there. So we'd like to see that you are applying a step-by-step process to operate a business most effective way and most that efficient way. so that you can actually achieve something what you are planning. And entrepreneurship, the why we are saying this is a little bit different than a normal business operation, because an entrepreneur, someone who can spot an opportunity and who knows how to convert these opportunities into resources. So he or she can take the huge risk. I have seen thousands of individuals. When myself and Mark have been traveling to Africa, we asked many individuals who doesn't want to take any risk at all. Even the risk of that few hundreds of dollars, they don't want to do. They are happy to be employed by someone, and they are happy to give their talents to some organization, but they are not happy to take this talent and apply for their own betterment. So the entrepreneur is someone who can take the risk taker. But we are not saying that you take the risk, but we are saying you must take the risk, but that is calculated risk. So this is what we are doing. So entrepreneurship means someone can do something, can take the risk, identify the opportunity, and operate all the business functions accordingly, means step by step, is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is the process. When we are talking about entrepreneur, is an individual with distinctive qualities. And the two qualities of entrepreneur is a risk taker, and second one is you have to spot the opportunity. So no one is going to give you that idea how to spot the opportunity for you. This is you must spot or identify an opportunity. Then you can get advice from someone who can guide you, navigate you, how to actually start your own business. So if you look at who are the entrepreneurs, so you can see an innovator. I'm sure that you all are very much innovator, isn't it? Everyone who joined this program is innovator. Means you are bringing something new. Every day you have some ideas. When you wake up in the morning, you got something new. But problem is that you may have many ideas, but all these ideas are a bit chaotic way, in disorderly fashion, and you cannot convert those ideas into the right things. So means somehow you are bringing innovations. You know how to bring the new ideas. You know how to storm within your brainstorm, isn't it? Or get ideas from others. And anyone who can create job, think about that. Being an entrepreneur, you are not only creating your own job, but you are creating for others. And that's the great satisfaction you can have, that you are contributing something to the society. The billions of people, we are always taking many things from the society. You are taking everything from the society. Don't you think this is the time for all of us to give back something to the society? And that is the way that you would like to be happiest person. You would like to be satisfied individual by satisfying your needs and also creating satisfaction to others. And an entrepreneur has that place, that you can create your own job and you can create a job for others. And that means the real satisfaction you can have. And same times you can generate wealth. We are not saying that you have to create billions of pounds, like Mark T. Jones said, that whether it is Bill Gates or Richard Branson or the authors, J.K. Rowling's. Think about the others. Look at this, the greatest story now we are hearing. Elon Musk. What he did, what a phenomenal things he did, isn't it? So why you can't do it? We all individual has the same capacity, but question is, are we exercising those capacities or not? If he can do, I can also do it. Have that attitude, and you'll find out, and that you can do it, because at the moment your potential is unexploited by you. Someone who can take the risk and change agent, because all entrepreneurs, they're changing something. Change is become constant phenomenon. And you are the problem solver, concept promoters, and you has the capacity and ability to perform all the activities within the organization. I'll pick a few points. I'll not go through these slides. I would like to go through some of the attributes. Let's see. And if you can talk to me, you can talk. I believe that one of the most important, the traits of any individual, whether it is, be it be entrepreneurs, whether it is a political leader, whether it is a spiritual leader, whether it is a social change leader, or anyone, any activist, the most successful, I don't know how you define success. Maybe we can talk another day. What does it mean success to you? What does it mean success to others and success to me? But anyone you see in your own opinion or in your own definition that that person is successful. So what will be the best few qualities? I'll just pick a few. I feel that number one is the aspirations. Like Mark did, that you have to have a dream. You must have a big aspiration. You know that. Without aspiration, if you think that my aspiration just to get past, then you are not that individual because you are hiding something. If you say my aspiration to get excellent result in my class, if you say that my aspiration, I would like to build a business which will create the huge amount of employment, that is the aspiration. If you say that I would like to invite 50 people, that next week and feed them, cook them, and make sure they're happy and satisfied, that is the aspiration. It can be at different stages, at different layers, but you have to have some aspirations. And that aspiration should be guided by your achievement. That you have to have a drive for achievement. You would like to be top. That unless you are distinctive in this world, you'll find out you become as normal. You become as generic. No one is going to actually look at you. No one is going to be known about you. So you have to have inner drive that will help you to achieve something. Third point, which I would like to say, that you have to have the willingness to learn. Means you have to be a good listener. It's always, it's always, that you tend to be talker, but less tend to be listener. Let's talk less, and listen other people. Then you can observe. You can get many things. I think one of the most, another important is that high motivation. You have to have your own motivation to do something, because all of you know that one day we all will be, expiring somehow, isn't it? But you individual can, do something that will become as a legacy for you, for the people, for the whole world. You can actually bring. So the motivation is very important. And to have that motivation, you also have to have the high emotional tolerance, high emotional. And look at the last point, high degree of endurance. So it means a lot of people, they don't want to take risk. Why? Because they don't want to have a lot of pains. Now, if you don't have pains, so what's the point? If you think that everything will get easily, that is not really good, isn't it? And my advice, don't try to get everything easily. When you get something through hard work, through hard pain, and through the tolerance of huge emotions, that is the satisfaction you can have. If you look at, that any political leader around the world, they did it that way. Look at the Bill Gates. He's not that today, that unless he had all these qualities. The Jack Ma, Alibaba chief executives, he could not become like that today if he hadn't go through all these, certain types of qualities he actually had. So let us see what is missing from us. I would like to go through also a few points. What the most unsuccessful people? I found that looking at the whole world nowadays, the number one is the unethical. You can look at your own country. Some people may be huge successful. Maybe they have the billions of, the dollars, and the huge amount of money. But most of them will find out they have done it unethical way. Therefore, they don't feel by themselves satisfied. Maybe they see the outer world, look at them. So don't try to get something the unethical way. Doing something bad things, or maybe unequal way, unfair way. So that is, I feel that one of the, even you don't see it today, but one day you will see that will come back to you if you do something. And the unsuccessful people always you'll find out they blame to others. always bringing the complaints, you know, because to protect them, to justify their actions. And successful people, they don't actually complain. Rather, they would like to, blame themselves. Why something happened? If you are really angry, they blame themselves, not to you, because they have done something wrong. That's why their friends are not really happy. And also, unsuccessful people, they don't want to learn because they think they are the hedonist. Means they think they know everything, isn't it? So the time you are stopping learning means you stop everything. You become really inactive. And that is not a really good sign to become successful. And I would like to see that the last point, the most important, that believe in yourself, because you know that everyone has the same potential, but only that you don't identify that potential and you don't, that practice that potential, and hence you don't see the opportunity you have. And so look at some of those points and you'll feel that you can actually do something. What is the journey you have? The first things from first lesson, I would like to see that please set a right mindset. A right mindset, what you are planning to do. Set your dream. I said that Tolstoy, the 3 questions to become happy, and another person who said quite long time back, 1886, is quite long time back, the route to success, you have to ask 5 things to become successful. I'll not say these 5 things now, maybe next week I'll bring those. What are the 5 steps to become successful in your life? So what is the entrepreneurial journey? First, you have to have your mindset. So let's say whether you have the right mindset to become a good student, whether you have the right mindset to become a good businessman. Do you have the right mindset to expand your business most efficient and effective way? Do you have the mindset to contribute to the society? Let's see what mindset we have. Second, whatever you do in your duty, be honest. Be honest with yourself, because you only know whether you are doing the right things, whether you are doing the things the most ethical way, whether you are doing things with honesty, because other people will not know about it. Only will know. Maybe it will take sometimes to others to understand whether you have done it without any honesty or not. Start thinking. Please don't stop thinking. You start thinking. Not only thinking as normal individual, think beyond your thinking. Normally we think within the box, but we have to think outside the box, like normal people cannot think of. Why it is happening? The 2 most important, what is happening, and ask yourself why it is happening. A lot of people, we are happy to say what is happening. Then when it comes to why it is happening, they start gossiping. They start to bring their own assumptions. They start to bring their own, agendas and own justification. That is not really good. So we are looking, you have that answer. Think deeply, think outside the box, that why it is happening. Find a mentor. Once you have that mindset, the right mindset, and also you are honest with your dealings, and you can think, then you need someone who can guide you. You need someone who can advise you, or maybe you can find out. You mentor nowadays, maybe your computer, or maybe your own research tools can become your mentor. It's not necessarily that you have to pay money for that, isn't it? So you need information, you need guidance, you need some navigation who can navigate you to the right direction. And commit yourself. You have to have the right commitment to do some things. So what we'll do next week, when we'll come back, I'll give you a form. I'll be sending a form to you before we start next week. That is the plan. It's a simple plan. We'd like to see that you can fill in what you would like to be down the line of 5 years. If you can actually plan that way, that I would like to be that within the 5 years or within 10 years, then see to become that what you need. If you can identify some gaps and see that how these gaps to be achieved, so we can actually support you how you can develop this plan. Anything you do in your life, just focus on that plan. So this is all about. Maybe we can actually look at this. I'll not go through these slides again. I'll be sending this one to you. So these are the some steps to become an entrepreneur. We put it 10 steps, that framework, how you can become an entrepreneur. As I said, I'm using the word entrepreneurs, but this is equally applicable to anyone, be it be student or any individual. Maybe you are trying to get into employment. So means you can apply this framework equally within other context. So I'll stop this slide now. I would like to take some questions from you, and then we can set agenda for the next week. Let me stop this one at the moment. Okay, let's see. This is the first. I don't want to give too much, to you. So, do you have any points at this stage? I hope that Mark can join also, answer some of the points if you have. Let's see. If you have any questions, you can take some questions. You can unmute. Mr. Islam, you would like to ask some?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. Okay. Anyone would like to ask? Please, this is the time. We can spend 10 minutes to take some points from you.
Doctor, what would be your first bit of advice to our participants who are here today? They've all got different aims and objectives. What was the first thing you think they should do, let's say tomorrow, that they attended today? What do you think they should do tomorrow?
First things, my advice will be, set your own goal. Anything. If I can see there is a student, if you're a student, set your goal. And your goal should be, that with a high degree of aspirational, don't set. I have seen many students, when I was taking class, that other day to my university student, and all said, sir, I would like to get A+. And I like that. Take the challenge. And someone said, sir, I don't want to do the same job. I want to get the job which is very challenging, job which is very dynamic. So I would like to see that first things you should do, set your short-term goal, mid-term goal, and long-term goal. Because based on this, our next week's class, we are going to set up developing a plan, how you can achieve your goal. Because not only that, if you are saying that I would like to become a successful entrepreneur, so that is not a good goal. We'll show you how to set a smart goal. Because unless your goal is smart, that is not good. If you say that I would like to become a multi-billionaire, it doesn't make any sense. If you say I would like to become a woman entrepreneur, it doesn't make any sense to anybody. If you say I would like to become a good human, also it doesn't make any sense. I would like to see whatever you say, it should be smart. SMART. I'll not talk at the moment, we'll talk next week, but I would like to see if you have a goal, what you are planning to do within next 5 years, within next 3 years, and within next 1 year. That will actually help us to set the tools and instrument to support you, how you can achieve those goals. That nowadays we cannot move without having any goals. The world is becoming more chaotic. So let us see how we can bring that a positive and orderly fashion within the chaotic environment. Do you think that we can take some questions, please? You can now involve. Don't hesitate to ask anything. Anything you have in your mind, you can talk.